Ciao friends and welcome to 2sexted. I started this channel deliberately, on purpose, in February, because I wanted it to be up and running before the start of the season. Now that means I've shot myself in the foot, because nothing is happening. We do have some car reveals next week, I'm very excited for that, I will of course be covering them. But this week the only thing that was really happening was the Virtual Grand Prix, which was yesterday, round 2 of the second season of the Virtual Grand Prix. Now if you're new and you missed them last year, they are literally just some races on the official F1 game, but featuring some real drivers, some not real drivers, and a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's surprisingly good. Last year, George Russell won pretty convincingly the Virtual Grand Prix Championship, a thing that didn't exist right up until it did. In the first round of this year, though, he wasn't available. He almost was, and then he wasn't, so they got in someone else. Some YouTuber, I think. McLaren this year have gone for the double YouTuber route. They've taken the Shed Dweller, Jimmy Broadbent, and Marmaduke UK, Tiamat Marduk, and evidently this has been a mistake, because in Austria, round 1, I say in Austria, obviously only virtually, because at the Red Bull Ring, Season 2, Round 1, Ben's steering wheel just turned off, and then the same thing happened to Jimmy at the start of the second round. I won't mention the brand in case they want to sponsor me. These Virtual Grand Prix, though, they have one specific issue, which is that it's a carnage fest. You have 3 types of drivers: the people that don't really play racing games all that much, the random celebrities, and also a goalkeeper. He does play racing games quite a lot, but I think he technically falls in this category as well. Secondly, you have the sim racing YouTubers. Some of them, they specialise in the F1 games, like Tiamat Marduk. Some of them don't. Jimmy Broadbent. This second category are generally the most respectful, because they're used to this sim racing, and that you have to treat people with respect, even though it's not real. And then you have the final category of drivers, which is the real life drivers. They're all very quick, but they don't care if they punt you off. They're just really dangerous. And I think that these VGPs could be improved by one simple trick: turning on damage. Just turn on damage. Just turn on damage. F1 are saying it's just for fun, but how is it fun when you just get punted off every single corner by some F2 driver? That's not fun. What's fun is a fair and exciting race where everyone treats each other with respect. I would think. I don't know. I play Gran Turismo. Last week they had an issue where the rules stated that you had to be using automatic ERS deployment, but lots of people just weren't, and therefore they were faster by quite a lot, and they didn't get disqualified or anything, so yay. This week, to fix that, they let you set it to manual. I think some people still rolled automatic, but that's the point of an assist. And honestly, if you can't manage the F1 2020 ERS system, you probably just shouldn't be in a F1 sanctioned official event. F1 2020, they've even made it simpler. It's now just an overtake button. Before it was like 5 steps. It's not even that complicated anymore. If you can manage pit stops, you can probably manage ERS deployment. And if you can't, then, you know, too bad. It's part of the skill of the game, innit? Anyway, yes, yesterday's race was a bit of a mess. Alex Albon won on track. George Russell won in reality, because Alex Albon had a 3-second penalty. I don't know what for, because I wasn't watching his perspective. Callum Ilott was doing quite well. Might be the best he does all year, considering he probably doesn't ever drive. Oh, that's harsh. Does mean that the best drivers in that race were someone that Mercedes apparently can't get, someone Red Bull don't want, someone who can't drive in F2, and a goalkeeper. So, what a fantastic race there. That couldn't happen anywhere but an esports event. I don't know, in reality, it's all a bit of fun. I just think they should make it more fun by turning on damage, because it's racing, it's a non-contact sport. If you can't keep out of each other's way, just don't turn up. It's an official event. Speaking of not turning up, Aston Martin, or Racing Point, because it's the F1 2020 game. I think their argument is that, well, Aston Martin's not in the game, but Alpine turned up. Well, I say that, they finished dead last, both of them. But they turned up. Anyway, the Virtual Grand Prix they are just a bit of fun. I'm not taking them that seriously. They're pretty fun to watch, especially if you just watch the highlights, or pick an individual streamer and watch them. That's my recommendation. Don't try and watch the main feed. It's too much of a carnage fest to really watch it like it's a proper race. And don't forget that thanks to this series, George Russell has won at every level. He won at F4 level, at GP3, he won at F2, and he won at F1 in the Virtual Grand Prix. So, you know, that counts. That's just as important as F2. Anyway, no, thank you so much for watching. Just thought I'd get another video out here. I'm happy to see how fast the channel is growing. Thanks for all of your likes and comments. I'd appreciate them on this video as well.